A new season of The Kardashians has come out, and I don't know how this is even possible, but it's receiving an even worse reaction than last season. Last season was filled with tons of pointless drama stretched out for an entire season, and people lost interest fast. We spent an entire, 10 episodes watching Kourtney and Kim fight over Dolce & Gabbana, and guess what? They've somehow managed to stretch this fight into this new season, and people are over it. A lot of fans think Kim's true colors are showing, and she's being called a mean girl over it. It's a mess, so let's get into it. We're now on season 4 of The Kardashians, and after the mess that was season 3, I honestly wasn't really excited for it. I feel like I grew up with Keeping Up. It's always been mindless entertainment that I always look forward to, but the Hulu spinoff hasn't been a hit to me. It seems extremely scripted despite claiming to be a more real, raw look into their lives, and it just seems like they're trying way too hard to have like this contrived drama that's messy enough to keep people watching, but not messy enough to cause any real issues. That's what this whole Kourtney and Kim fight over the Dolce show felt like to me. It felt fake, it felt put on, because there was literally nothing else going on, and I was over it by episode 2. Well, it's starting to seem like this drama might actually be more than just a storyline for the show, because it's still going on, and a lot of people think Kim's true colors are showing. Apparently, after filming season 3, Kim and Kourtney had moved on. Everything was fine between them, they worked through the Dolce thing, and then things took a turn for the worst. When they both started to watch back the edits for season 3, they got to see a behind the scenes look at what they were saying about each other, and that restarted a whole new fight. Kourtney talked about how having to rewatch your own life and what's been said months later and having to relive things isn't normal, and that's what sparked this next fight for them. A few nights before the whole family was supposed to go off to Cabo, Kim and Kourtney had a phone call, and it got really messy. Kourtney tried to explain to Kim how some of the things she saw her family say about her makes her not want to be around any of them, and it seems like Kim was having a really hard time understanding where Kourtney was coming from. Kourtney expressed how she feels like Kim isn't happy unless all the attention is on her. She accused Kim of being miserable at her wedding and complaining the whole time. She said Kim couldn't stand not being the center of attention for even one day, and it was clear that this fight was about so much more than the Dolce thing. Kim told Kourtney that she feels like she hates them and like Kourtney's this whole different person around them, and Kourtney told Kim that she just doesn't need them anymore. She explained how happy she is with her drama-free life with Travis and her new family. It got to a bit of a messy point, and Kim tried to use Kourtney's friends against her and said like there was this whole group chat labeled Not Kourtney where they all discuss her in. Kim even tried to use Kourtney's kids against her and said Kourtney's kids come to her to talk about issues that they're having with Kourtney. Obviously, that didn't go over well, and Kourtney ended up calling Kim a witch. The fight was a lot to take in, and people online are taking sides. Many people think Kourtney is actually right about Kim and think the way that she was trying to use both her kids and her friends against her was a really nasty move. Kim's Instagram is filled with comments like, "So you really got a group chat specifically to talk about Kourtney with her friends? Team Kourtney. Kim, why you do Kourtney like that? We're all starting to believe you're the problem, bestie. You owe at Kourtney Kardashian a huge apology. Weaponizing conversations her kids spoke to you about in confidence, you're the definition of a mean girl." And I think it's true. The whole episode felt very mean girl towards Kourtney. They did manage to get them both to sit down together and have like this debrief about the fight and how they were feeling. So it seems like they might be in a bit of a better position with each other now, but it still felt very uncomfortable. A producer of the show gave an interview to Variety about them sitting down together post-explosive fight, and this is what they had to say. Whose idea was it to have them, Kim and Kourtney, sit next to each other for their confessional, and how did they feel about that? And the producer said, "I imagine Danielle King, our showrunner, probably suggested it to them. But by then, I think the ice had been broken and the relationship had been healed. And it was quite important for them to sit together and be interviewed together, because it was important that they showed the united front. I think that also allows you to show the truth of what happened in the dispute, because you see the love and respect they have for each other afterwards by sitting next to each other and chatting it through on our cameras. But the fallout from the fight continued over on social media after the episode aired. Now, this could all very well be to drum up some drama for the show and get their ratings up, and if it is, then I guess it's working. Kourtney just had her baby shower a few days ago, around the time the episode aired, and she had posted a photo to Instagram showing her surrounded by all of her friends. Some people started to wonder whether or not some of these friends in the picture were also the ones in this Not Kourtney group chat that Kim was talking about. One person in the comments wrote, "Are those friends on the Not Kourtney group chat? 'Cause if so, we don't need them there." And Kourtney responded and said, "No, the members of that chat are namely Kim, Khloe, Kendall, and Kylie. Case closed." Kourtney then shared a screenshot of a group chat with some of her friends, showing them joking about this Not Kourtney group chat conspiracy and talking about how Kim apparently made that up. One friend said, "Should I soft launch the Yes Kourtney group chat?" And another one said, "Oh my god, please. These trolls keep DMing me, accusing me of being on the other chat." And another person said, "I'm like, only if they knew our anxiety about meaningless, endless chit chat. I mean, over a martini, we will debrief, but dang, for a group chat that didn't exist, I am fidgeting." And then the other friend said, "Kim threw us all under the bus when there was not one actual friend on the chat." So it sounds like maybe Kim stretched the truth just a bit with that one. Kim is receiving a ton of backlash over the treatment of her sister, and fans are wondering why Kourtney is even sticking around at this point. Someone in her comments called this out, writing, "I don't need y'all anymore." Still goes on the show repeatedly. And I do see where they're coming from. It is baffling why she doesn't just quit. She's made it more than clear that she's not happy being around her family, and she's been talking about quitting the show for years now. Like, most people didn't even expect her to agree to the Kardashians. At this point, it's like, who even knows? Maybe all the drama is literally all fake for viewership and everything is actually fine between them. One very real issue that Kourtney is involved in, though, has to do with balloons. In the pictures that Kourtney posted from her baby shower, she had this one video showing herself holding like this double Mickey Mouse balloon and then releasing it into the air and watching it fly away.
Kourtney.
And a lot of people were not happy with this. Balloons cause so much harm to the planet and wildlife and the oceans, and releasing them so carelessly is so incredibly irresponsible. Kourtney tries really hard to put on this organic, eco persona, and people find her doing this and then posting about it to be extremely hypocritical, writing, "Wait, she let the balloon go? Isn't she the most organic person of all? The hypocrisy. Please stop releasing balloons. It kills wildlife and pollutes. Releasing balloons into the wild is not organic." We love a queen who promotes being environmentally friendly, but then releases balloons into the air to go literally nowhere but back down for an animal to ingest or be entangled in. And this is not the first time that Kourtney's been hypocritical when it comes to the environment. She's posted stats before about CO2 emissions, while pretty much traveling exclusively on private jets and having her sister who takes quick trips over the highway in hers. I don't know if biodegradable balloons are actually a thing, but let's hope that's what it was, even though I highly doubt it. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about everything down below. Can you see where Kourtney is coming from in the fight with Kim? Or do you think they're both as bad as each other and don't really care? Let me know, and I'll see you next time.